how difficult that can be for netballers recovering from that kind of caliber of injury.
Oh,
what a ball.
Caught with a head down, Sivak. Barty liked that one.
I think the crowd liked that one as well. But breaking call for Jess Thomas.
I love the calm and composure of Lizzie Davis just walking up to the line.
Well, Steph Wild saw the space for Whittle, but Whittle went the other direction.
I meant Beth Davis.
We don't know where she is. She could be anywhere on court. She might be offside. Who knows? Well weighted from Emma Roberts. Lauren Evans now to get her eye back in. There it is for this third quarter.
And now this is that critical moment again. So it's their centre pass. What can they do with it? Not that.
That was not the ball that was needed, because who was all over it? Mary Bailey.
No, and it's played for. Power Sparks have done a great defensive job.
And Emma Roberts has taken a bit of a hit on that contact. But Jasmine Barty and Pip Whittle took that ball quite quickly, didn't they? They ran the ball through and drew in that the defensive players of West Wales Phoenix. As we saw them being drawn into the middle of the court, Sivak was all over Barty, but we saw Whittle just kind of run the circle herself.
Yeah, and they, you know what, they have mixed it up. Like, they're looking in, and now instead of feeding it, regardless of what position Sivak is in, they're looking in and they're feeding it in early if Sivak's head is down. But that's by being able to do that and that be successful and play it to edge and play the short successful, it's really made West Wales Phoenix now have to think about their defensive game, because they can't just do one thing. They're going to have to challenge for both.
Absolutely. And what's really lovely to see here is the sportsmanship of Power Sparks, as their assistant coach, David Litley, is the one that's helping out Emma Roberts on the court, surrounded by her coaches, Nicola Roberts and Wendy Lewis. But these moments now, when we do this happens, is what's important for teams, isn't it? To kind of come back together, refocus yourself. Yes, you have a player down, however, the game will still be ongoing and you have to refocus.
Yeah, and it's really hard for both teams, actually. I think what we sometimes miss, we always say, oh, you know, the team who's lost a player, for instance, to injury, for an ankle injury, we're always like, oh, how are they going to cope with the change? But actually, also, sometimes it can really mentally impact the player who's been involved in the collision. So being in the circle area as well, it can mentally impact the shooters. So it's really important as well that they hook in together and make sure that they reconnect. Flow can change with any break, and it can change either way. So, yeah, it's really important that players connect, refocus, make sure when they go back on, they know what job they're doing.
Definitely is. Well, we are seeing Emma Roberts being carried off the court by two coaching teams, Sparks and Phoenix. Clapped off by the crowds. Lauren Evans goes back into that goal attack position with Rachel Griffiths back in goal shooter. Lewis Howell goes into the centre. Sarah Jordan comes on as goal defence. So a big switch around for West Wales Phoenix. But again, we're seeing that depth and availability from the bench to be able to put in those changes.
And if I'm honest, I don't like, it's really disappointing for Roberts because she's been having a great game. But actually, I think that the change in attack back to having Griffiths in will help them, as long as they tweak their the style that they were playing. Because to be fair, they had the opportunities in the first bit of that quarter, but they couldn't capitalise off them. They're still not getting the rebounds. And you had someone shorter in there trying to challenge for the rebounds, which to me doesn't make any sense.
Well, Sivak takes the ball away from Barty.
Oh, fair play to Davis for catching her.
Davis catches Jordan to stop another injury from happening here. Sarah Jordan in goal defence. And what a shot from Lauren Evans. It's like that goal attack bib makes all the difference to her style of play.
Well, I think it does. I mean, I'm not a shooter, but I think if you are a goal attack and you're used to running, sometimes being in the goal shooter position means that you can overthink stuff, or you're not necessarily moving onto the ball as you would do normally. So I think actually it can help you game if you're still in a running position.
It can. Well, I definitely will not be donning a goal attack bib anytime soon. But Sivak has had an all-important, crucial turnover for Powys, West Wales Phoenix. And there is Evans again, really finding her rhythm now.
And it lifts the whole team when those ones sink as well for her. I think they were quite lucky to get that because they pretty much sat behind their defenders. Oh, what?
I looked at the clock thinking there was a few seconds left, but they just wanted to get the score up.
That was a fantastic knock-on onto Griffiths from Evans. Stunning.
And Evans is clapping her team on. She's smiling, she's running around, but she might be tired, but she's still going. And there is Barty with a lovely split landing.
And a crucial goal for them as well, actually, to have not lost that centre pass, because that would have brought it back to level. So they'll be hoping they've stopped the rot. Oh, placement.
The turnovers galore for these two teams.
Yeah, and that was
Lewis Howell really wanted that one. Couldn't quite get there. Crashes into Chloe Evans off court. Steph Wild ran in to Pip Whittle.
Yeah, miscommunication there between the two, wasn't there? Quite serious miscommunication. Well picked up.
Lewis Howells catches that ball on the floor. Jordan now opening up the play for Phoenix.
Yeah, well weighted. Good decision, Thomas.
And Lauren Evans doesn't need to be asked twice to shoot from there.
It's an easy step over the line by Whittle.
And then
so
flies.
Strong, Whittle.
Jess Thomas flies into contact.
Big shot. Oh, great rebound by